was a Hollyood service as everyday and routine as having your pool cleaned. Jackson now needed to shore up his public image, and for this, he turned to another trusted Hollyood service, the celebrity wedding. In 1994, immediately after Jackson was accused of child abuse, he married Lisa Marie Presley, an openly devout Scientologist. Did you ever have any experience of Scientologists trying to get Michael to join the church?
Michael was solicited by the Church of Scientology over and over and over again. They wanted contributions and money from him. I believe I remember seeing that he did make some contributions.
Do you think they were close to securing a deal with Michael?
No, they were never close to security. They tried, but it would never happen. Not when I was there.
Right. In a town where you can trust no one, cults are the complete opposite of what they appear.
These things that are considered cults by some people are really kind of your new family. Your old family and your old friends have kind of abandoned you. You've outgrown them. They're jealous, whatever the reasons are. The Scientologists often seem very stable to me. I don't see the crime.
Perhaps if Jackson had signed to Scientology, he would have had support during the child abuse allegations.
Michael is my brother.
More than he got from his own sister.
But I cannot, and I will not, be a silent collaborator of his crimes against small, innocent children.
Joining a cult in Hollyood is not a crackpot side effect of being famous. It's a sensible insurance policy. You look after the cult, and they will look after you. This is never-before-seen footage from within Scientology HQ, shot like the MTV Awards. Tom Cruise is picking up Scientology's most prestigious accolade, the Freedom Medal of Valor Award, to a more star-studded audience than you'd get at the Oscars. Only behind closed doors can Cruise reveal his personal gratitude to the Church of Scientology.
I've personally been very privileged to see what you do, to help, to protect, to serve all of us. It's well arranged.
Cults provide a genuine surrogate family in the flaky and highly paranoid world of Hollywood. When Jackson's marriage to Lisa Marie Presley failed in 1996, he had no cult to turn to. So instead, he turned to a building he knew well, to a small office leading from the back of Mickey Fine's pharmacy, to Dr. Arnold Klein, Jackson's dermatologist. Klein offered Jackson a bespoke Hollyood service for every conceivable need, from surgical fillers to skin cream, and a new wife with no strings attached. Debbie Rowe was Klein's assistant and carried Jackson's first two kids, Prince Michael and Paris, signing away all her custody rights up front. It's reported that Klein's services didn't stop there. He even allegedly donated his own sperm. Klein denied it was for Michael, but when questioned live on Larry King, he was evasive, keeping the story alive.
You've never really said yes or no on fatherhood.
It's not something I'll ever answer, because you know what? It was buried with Michael, and that's not...
Inside the bubble of Klein's office, Jackson was safe. But outside, in the real world, his entourage was ballooning again. And it was someone from within his entourage who would bring the whole thing crashing down.
An arrest warrant for Mr. Jackson has been issued on multiple counts of child molestation.
In 2003, a second wave of child abuse allegations hit. A 13-year-old called Gavin Arviso and his family claimed Jackson had molested him.
It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I saw on my cell phone that it was the ranch calling me, and I answered, hello. There was no answer. Hello. And then I would hear, he was crying. I said, Michael, It's okay, it's okay. And he says, why, Brian? Why are they doing this to me?
Michael was taken to court on 5 counts of child molestation. But the reason it went to trial was not to do with child abuse. It was because of this man inside Michael's inner circle, Mark Schaffel, a film producer. Part of the entourage was someone called Mark Schaffel, who was a videographer. Is that correct?
He made something for Michael, yeah.
What was it
What
he
can I
made?
give?
Do you know anything about Mark Schaffel's career at all?
I heard a lot, of course.
That he produced gay porn films?
That's right.
Schaffel went under the alias of Mark Fredericks to direct such gay classics as View to a Thrill and Cocktails.
Michael freaked out when he came close to him.
Right.
Michael told me, do you know what he
You
did?
employed Mark?
No, I didn't.
The relationship with Mark Schaffel is what ultimately was the source of the charges which were brought against Michael Jackson. The reason why Michael Jackson was indicted was because of the connection that these people had to the pornography industry. And the things that were on their computers were disgusting when the police seized them. It was the prosecution's belief that they could connect these people and make their sins Michael Jackson's sins.
Jackson's trusted manager, Dieter Weisner, wasn't all he seemed either. Unbeknownst to Jackson, Dieter owned a string of sex clubs across Germany. And this sex connection would, just like Schaffel's, rebound on Jackson now the police were building a case. It's an absolute labyrinthine nightmare, isn't it?
This is the lecture that Michael Jackson gave me. They're all manipulators. They're all out for themselves. They all want a piece of me. Everyone in Michael Jackson's life was out to use him.
Jackson, though acquitted, was finished. But Schaffel wasn't. He moved from Jackson's entourage to Jackson's ex-wife, Debbie Rowe, as her unofficial agent. After 2005, as the darkness closed in, Jackson looked for someone to trust, a soulmate in a city without a soul, but Hollywood had other ideas.
Channel 4 documentaries, sponsored by Honda.
This is it.
In 2009, Michael Jackson performed for the last time in front of a live audience. But behind the scenes, he was still secretly addicted to painkillers. As a last resort, the Jackson camp turned to a service offered high up in the Hollywood Hills. By this man, Dr. Howard Samuels, the high priest of Hollywood Rehab. This is the place where Lindsay Lohan came and failed to clean up. Like everything in Hollywood, this is rehab with a difference.
This is one of our houses. One of the things that is so very important is we want to seduce people in coming into treatment.
Right.
You know, beautiful pool, beautiful house, beautiful views. Doesn't make a difference. And this is a nightmare for the drug addict alcoholic. This is the main house. Atmosphere. This is the kitchen here. You know, this is all part of the community atmosphere. This is a double room. You know, they wake up at 7:30 in the morning. They make their beds. They put away their clothes.
It's like they're children, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know what I get? Fuck you. Have somebody else do it. I didn't come here. I didn't pay all this money to, you know, make my own bed.